My name is Meg. I am 34. I work in data for a large organization. I live in the East Coast, Boston, Mass. of the US. So before Game Changers, my challenges, I think, and my struggles were, I think there's a place in your life where you see what's possible. And oftentimes I think we see what's possible and we say, that's really hard. And that would take a lot of work. And I have a lot going on and I'm very busy and I'm very tired. And I think I was seeing what I could be and what I wanted, and then also feeling tired. And I think as a vegan, there's a lot of scrutiny on what you're eating and whether or not it's healthy and like whether or not you're getting what you need. And I was wondering myself if I was getting what I needed because I was so tired. And when I first started my vegan journey, everyone was saying, oh, you have so much energy, you're so like upbeat. And I wasn't feeling that anymore. And so I realized like I needed some guidance on what I was doing. And I also needed a community because sometimes being vegan can be very isolating. Food can be so social and sometimes it's not something that you get to share with everyone. And it can be confrontational for some people because they, I think you once said to me, Fritz, that this journey can often be a mirror for those around you. And that can be very confrontational for people because I think they can also see who they could be. And that seems really hard. So they push back at what you're doing because it feels easier to fight it than do their own thing. So yeah, I think I just really struggled with finding guidance and accountability and community and having enough faith in myself that I could be the bigger version that seemed harder. I guess from the physical space, I lost about 16 pounds. And it's interesting because I still walk by the mirror and I don't recognize myself. I have these moments of being like, oh, who the hell is that? It is great, I'm buying clothes that I like never in 1,000 years would think that I could ever wear, and in public and feeling comfortable doing it. Whereas before, I might have worn something and been like so aware of what I was doing because I felt like it didn't work. I definitely have more energy, almost to the point where I don't even know how to handle it. Like I'll be at my desk, like I just need to run around the block. Like, I don't know, burpees. I'm just gonna go do 10 burpees because I got all this energy. And I'm also learning that energy is never wasted, that like if I get 1% better every day, that it's going to just improve the rest of my life exponentially. Whereas before it would just be like, I'll just take 1%, I'll do 1% less and feel better because I'm more recovered. And I think what I'm realizing is that recovery is also part of the strain. Like you can't recover without strain. The pendulum has to swing both ways. So if you spend too much time recovering, then you never quite recover because you've never experienced the strain to earn that recovery. I don't know, it's sort of this weird cycle. And so now I'm recovering better and feeling stronger. I have biceps, which is weird. And great. I have abs I didn't know I had. I always joke around that my partner looks at me like the TikTok leggings commercials. Like I'll walk into a room and it's like seeing dinner or something. I don't know. It's really fun. And I'm meeting such a wonderful group of people. Like it's, you realize that there are people that see that potential in themselves and in the world, and then they go for it. And that's such an extreme and beautiful thing. And so everyone I got to meet, I often tell them like, this program is an investment and they're worth the investment in itself, just meeting them and getting their perspective in their life journey. Plus, obviously Fritz and the whole team is amazing. So yeah, so worth it. The number one value I got from this program, I really thought it was going to be like weight loss or something physical. And what I'm realizing is the difference between a value and a goal. That you can have a goal and those are really wonderful and you should strive for those, but really the systems that we put in place are what shape your whole world and your whole well-being. And it's just the little things that you do every day, your habits, and that those habits align with your integrity and who you are that make up your wellness. That like when there's a dissonance and a disconnect between your integrity and your values and what you're actually doing, that creates, I think, illness and sadness, and because you're struggling against that so much. And so being in my own values and realizing what those are and then living them has made such a big difference in my well-being in general. So I think that's probably the biggest takeaway that I never would have imagined was a thing. I think if you're on the fence about doing this, I would say take a look at what's possible in your life. And there's so much that we spend money on a regular basis, right? Like our coffee, our rent, our home. And it's all tangible, it's all external. And then really we live in this body every day. Like it is literally the house we live in, right? We spend so much money on our homes and the structure, and we don't really invest in this. And like you have to spend the rest of your life in this. And so you might as well like live in a mansion, you know, like make it good, and be the best version of that. And so just, yeah, do it for everyone around you too, because it makes such a difference for the people in your life. And I never in a million years expected people to call me an inspiration, but I have people that like are walking up to me now saying like, I'm changing my life because I saw you do it, and now I know it's possible. And you're the other people in your life deserve that too. So if you can't do it for you, you should do it for everybody else. Totally.